If you're in the mood to add a touch of the tropics to your living space, consider incorporating philodendrons into your decor. With over 480 species in the Araceae family, philodendrons are a versatile and diverse group of plants. In fact, the name philodendron loosely translates to tree lover, since many species use trees as natural supports in their native habitats. While climbing and trailing varieties are common, there are also self-heading and creeping types of philodendrons. Fortunately, these plants thrive in typical indoor conditions, making them a popular choice for houseplants. They can handle average household temperatures and humidity levels, and many prefer indirect sunlight, which is easy to provide indoors. If you're ready to transform your space into an indoor jungle, check out these 25 popular types of philodendrons for indoor growing. Hello everyone, I'm Steven from Steve's Propagation Corner, and welcome to the first installment of the Foliage Files, where we dive into the fascinating world of plants and explore their many wonders, from the tiniest seed to the tallest trees. In this series, we'll discover the secrets of plant life, learn how to care for and cultivate our own greenery, and explore the incredible diversity of plant species from around the globe. So, whether you're an experienced green thumb or a curious beginner, join us as we journey through the incredible world of plants in the Foliage Files. The Heartleaf Philodendron is a popular and easily obtainable type of philodendron due to its striking appearance and low maintenance requirements. This particular species is identified by its small, heart-shaped leaves that are a vibrant shade of jade green. Its vine growth habit allows it to make an ideal choice for hanging baskets and planters, allowing it to cascade and add depth to any space. To ensure optimal growth, it is recommended to place the Heartleaf Philodendron in a location that receives bright to medium indirect light. This allows the plant to photosynthesize and develop a healthy green hue. Additionally, it is important to water the plant once the soil is dry to the touch. By providing these basic care requirements, the Heartleaf Philodendron can thrive and add a touch of natural beauty to any indoor environment. The Brasil Philodendron is a type of Heartleaf Philodendron that has lime green to yellow variegation, making it distinct from other varieties. This plant is low maintenance and easy to care for, making it an excellent choice for indoor gardeners. To ensure that the variegation is preserved, the Brasil Philodendron should be kept in a spot that receives bright, indirect light, as it may lose its color in low light conditions. Regular watering is also recommended, ensuring that the soil is dry to the touch before watering again. Philodendron Micans is a captivating plant with its dark green, velvety leaves and trailing growth habit. This philodendron thrives in medium to bright indirect light and should be watered only when the soil is almost fully dry. Interestingly, the Philodendron Micans is a variation of the Heartleaf Philodendron, just like the Brasil Philodendron. The lemon lime philodendron is another type of Heartleaf philodendron that has striking bright neon green and yellow foliage that can add a pop of color to any room. Like other vining philodendrons, it can be grown in a hanging planter or on a tall shelf, allowing its foliage to trail downwards. To maintain its vibrant color, it is important to place the lemon lime philodendron in a spot that receives bright indirect light. Philodendron Birkin is a newer hybrid type of the Philodendron Rojo Congo, and it has become increasingly popular in recent years. This plant has medium-sized, deep green leaves with white stripes and variation that make it a unique and attractive addition to any room. It grows by climbing and has a reputation for being a slow grower. For best results, place your Philodendron Birkin in a spot that gets plenty of bright indirect light to help maintain its variation. Meet the Philodendron Erubescens, a climbing plant that is also known as the blushing philodendron. It is a sturdy plant with large emerald green leaves that can grow to be quite tall. One of its distinguishing features is the back of its leaves, which can display varying shades of pink and red. There are several popular cultivars of this plant, including the pink princess philodendron, Philodendron Imperial green, Philodendron Imperial red, and many more. Philodendron Imperial green is a variety of the Philodendron Erubescens that has smooth, deep green leaves and is a popular choice among indoor plant enthusiasts. This self-heading plant typically only has 5 to 6 leaves at a time, but each leaf can grow up to 18 inches long. Its compact size makes it a great choice for smaller spaces, and it can thrive in bright indirect light. The Philodendron Black Cardinal is a medium-sized self-heading plant that is easy to care for. Its leaves are large and undergo a color transformation as they age, beginning as burgundy and transitioning to green and eventually black. For optimal growth, this philodendron requires bright indirect light, but it can also benefit from some direct sunlight in the mornings and evenings, which will enhance its black coloration. The Prince of Orange is a type of Philodendron Erubescens that is named after its beautiful golden orange foliage. This self-supporting plant produces new leaves that start off as a bright yellow and gradually turn orange as they mature, before eventually settling into a vibrant green. Fully grown Prince of Orange philodendrons can reach up to 3 feet in height and width, with individual leaves growing up to 12 inches long. It is important to keep this plant in a spot that receives bright but indirect light in order to maintain its vivid coloration. The Pink Princess Philodendron is a highly sought-after cultivar of the Philodendron Erubescens and is considered a collector's item due to its striking appearance. Its dark green or maroon leaves are adorned with eye-catching bright pink variegation. This climbing philodendron requires high humidity and should be kept in a location that receives bright, indirect light in order to maintain its unique variegation. Due to its popularity, it can be difficult to find. The White Knight is a valuable and highly sought-after philodendron that shares similarities with the Pink Princess philodendron. This plant has long, narrow green leaves that display a combination of light green and white variegation. To maintain the brightness and health of its white variegation, the White Knight requires high humidity and consistently moist soil, in addition to being kept in a location that receives bright indirect light. The Philodendron Green Princess is a diminutive and neat plant that can be easily placed on tabletops or windowsills. Its oval-shaped green leaves have a glossy appearance, and the plant has a self-supporting growth habit. Although it thrives in bright indirect light, this low-maintenance philodendron can also survive in conditions with less light. This plant, which goes by different names such as tree philodendron, Philodendron Selloum, and Philodendron Birkin, was officially reclassified in 2018 and is now considered part of the Dermatophyllum genus, but it is still commonly known as a philodendron. The tree philodendron has impressive large green leaves with irregular splits and grows in a self-heading manner. As it grows, it develops a bare trunk with arrow roots that seek additional support from the ground. The Philodendron Xanadu was recently reclassified as part of the Dermatophyllum genus, but it is still often referred to as a philodendron. This plant has a compact and bushy growth habit, with medium to large oblong leaves that are deeply lobed. It thrives in bright indirect light and needs regular watering to maintain its health. The Philodendron Malay Gold, also known as the Golden Goddess Philodendron, is frequently mistaken for the Heartleaf lemon-lime cultivar, which shares a similar name. The key difference between the two is the growth habit and leaf size. The Golden Goddess Philodendron grows upwards, whereas the Heartleaf lemon-lime cultivar is a vining plant. Additionally, the leaves of the Golden Goddess Philodendron are larger than those of the lemon-lime Heartleaf cultivar. The Burle Marx climbing philodendron is a favorite among plant enthusiasts due to its distinctive leaves and easy maintenance. Unlike other climbing philodendrons, this plant grows horizontally, making it ideal for use as ground cover in tropical areas. It typically reaches a height of only 2 feet. To thrive, the Burle Marx philodendron requires plenty of bright indirect light and frequent watering to keep its soil consistently moist. Philodendron Caulkin Gold is a climbing hybrid philodendron that is rare but highly sought after by plant collectors. It has light green leaves with yellow and lime green variegation, which give it a distinctive appearance. Although it can be difficult to find in nurseries or plant shops, it is relatively easy to care for indoors. This plant prefers to be grown in dry soil and bright indirect light. If you're searching for a plant that adds a touch of subtle color to your room, the Philodendron verrucosum might be a great option. This plant has velvety green leaves, golden ribbing, and bright red-orange stems. However, it's not an ideal plant for beginners as it can be quite sensitive and requires specific temperature and humidity levels to flourish indoors. Nonetheless, if you're willing to take on the challenge, this climbing plant will be a trendy addition to your plant collection. The Philodendron Lynette is a type of self-heading philodendron that has elongated, intricately textured leaves and a small stature. Originally found growing on their tropical canopies, it can be cultivated as a houseplant if given bright yet indirect light. Overwatering should be avoided, and the soil should be allowed to dry halfway before watering. The Philodendron Silver Sword is a climbing plant with distinctive silvery sword-shaped leaves. Despite being a somewhat rare find in the past, it's becoming increasingly popular and easier to obtain. If you're thinking of growing it indoors, note that it prefers medium light conditions, but it can also tolerate lower light. The Philodendron pedatum is a unique climbing plant with emerald green multi-lobe leaves, which are often compared to oak leaves. It's considered a rare philodendron species and can be challenging to find. When grown indoors, this plant thrives in warm temperatures, well-draining soil, and bright indirect light. It's essential to avoid direct sunlight as it can scorch the delicate foliage of this plant. Overall, the Philodendron pedatum requires a bit more care than other philodendrons, but its striking appearance makes it a desirable addition to any plant collection. The Philodendron Florida ghost is a rare plant with unique foliage that looks like little flying ghosts when the new leaves emerge white. Although it is popular among collectors and often expensive, it is not too difficult to care for when kept indoors. To keep it happy, provide bright indirect light, high humidity, and consistently moist soil. There are also variegated varieties available for those who want a more colorful plant. The Philodendron melanochrysum, which is also known as black gold philodendron, is a climbing plant that boasts of eye-catching shimmery velvet leaves. Even though it is considered rare, taking care of this philodendron indoors is quite easy. For optimal growth, the plant requires bright indirect light and a consistently moist potting mix. The Philodendron gloriosum is a creeping philodendron that is native to Colombia and is known for having some of the largest leaves in the philodendron genus, with leaves that can grow up to 3 feet in diameter at maturity. The leaves have a velvety texture and a dark color that is accentuated by striking white veins, making it a sought-after plant among collectors. In its native environment, the plant spreads by rhizomes, acting as ground cover. When grown indoors, the Philodendron gloriosum does best with bright indirect light, high humidity, and consistent watering. Philodendron mamei, also known as silver cloud or quilted silverleaf, is a climbing philodendron that plant enthusiasts love for its stunning foliage. Its large green leaves are beautifully variegated with shimmery silver, making it an eye-catching addition to any indoor garden. Despite its attractive appearance, this philodendron is considered low maintenance. To keep it happy, simply place it in a location that receives bright indirect light and water it when the top few inches of soil have dried out. That's a wrap on the 25 types of philodendrons to grow indoors. I hope you enjoyed learning about these amazing plants and found some new favorites to add to your collection. And if you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more awesome gardening tips and tricks. And if you really loved it and want to show some extra support, consider leaving a little something in the tip jar using the super thanks feature below. Your support helps me keep making these videos and sharing my love of plants with you all. But wait, there's more. I want to hear from you, my fellow plant enthusiasts. Share your own tips and tricks in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always happy to help. Thank you for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video.